Yes.
Hello.
Welcome.
What's up?
Welcome, everybody.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Trashterpiece Theater on Perception Studio. Yay. We're in black and white.
Whoa. Old timey.
Well, we already had a picture of black and white.
Severely contrasty, too.
Yeah.
Should I change it a bit?
No, you're good. It's just
Oh,
everybody has
see
different
everything.
exposures.
Oh, I see. That's right.
I got plenty of exposure.
Yeah.
Indecent
I told you to
exposure.
stop it, so maybe you should stop it.
Yeah.
So hey everybody, we're doing old timey radio place today. We got 3 coming your way. We have 2 police dramas,
Oh.
1 science fiction tale.
Yes.
So you guys have 3 ways to interact. Wait, 1. $10.
We have a couple ways to interact.
Accent or in impersonation to one of us. You can tell us what kind of voice to do. Please, let's keep it to something that actually sounds like voices, or like we can actually say words with it. So
Not Baker.
15. You can do individual pick a tune. We will sing a tune for you. We'll do our lines in the tune that you pick. You can say do it in the tune of the Flintstones, and then we'll try to do our lines in like the Flintstones theme song. And then 20. You want to do it?
No, I just wanted to say that a random turnip said black and white, like on the radio.
Like the radio.
The radio.
Just like the radio.
Mom always said I had a face for radio.
Mama was right.
And then $20 gets you a group accent. We were $20. We will all do a group accent together at the same time.
No.
And
everybody goes lines.
and Chunk, what happens at $100?
Oh, at $100, we will sing our lines. All of us, the entirety of us, we will sing the song. We'll sing a song. If you guys,
What's up?
if you guys check out the link,
Oh.
you guys can see the scripts there, and then you guys can see the line breakdown. See who has the most lines, so you can
Follow along.
time out your donations.
Well, that's funny.
Maybe we should have talked about how long we're doing the impressions for, because we don't have page numbers here.
Yeah, that's why that document that I sent you has pages.
I'm going to switch to that.
I don't have page numbers.
3 pages. Huh?
I don't have page numbers on.
Oh yes, because you showed up so fucking late. It's in the chat. That's
Oh,
the
it's
document.
When did we stop cussing? What happened?
Where did the cussing go?
Because of you.
Well, it's too late. I can't click on that.
There's a
fix
link
that.
in the chat.
Well, okay.
Rusty Tooth says his radio was not black and white. So we... Oh, hey, we already have the sound effects going.
But it's a fact that back in the 30s, people only had imaginations in black and white.
Yeah, that's
is
how the
true.
world was in the 1930s. Jeez. Trying to be historically accurate.
Yeah.
Well, when we call out page numbers, Brian won't have any idea where we are.
Yeah. It's true.
Oh.
At least not for the first one.
Chunk is still in YouTube mode?
Yeah, I'm still on YouTube, but I got to switch out.
It's bigger, too. You might want to do this. Oh, shit. Sorry, I didn't know the mic was on.
We heard you.
Tell us
It
more.
is bigger.
Damn it, Justin. You turned it off. Give me instructions.
When I give you this, it means cut it. Oh, I thought you were
I
the
was
yes, we're all
looking
dead
at my
sign.
screen. This idiot over here.
Woo, $10.
Weekly Optimus Prime.
Weekly
for Dino.
Optimus. Starting it off well.
Well done.
Awesome.
Well met. Well met.
Great.
Oh, it's cool. Could you start
Is
off with
Ryan
it?
drunk?
No,
Probably.
Okay.
Who's drunk?
Keep an eye on Ryan.
not yet.
I want to be.
Me too.
Okay.
Are we
Okay,
good?
there we go. Let's
We doing this?
Should we start?
so I get started.
Yeah, it's already 7:50.
All right.
And our first story
Gotta
is
find it.
called. I gotta scroll. It's from a series called Sam Spade, which I'm guessing he was the detective.
Yeah. Famous.
It's called The Dead Duck Caper. As the episode is aired, quotes. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, it's a radio. It's aired, I guess. February 2nd, 1947.
Oh,
Nice.
47.
47.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, ready? And action.
The Adventures of Sam Spade. Witwicky? Spade. Detective.
Hey.
Effie? Effie!
I waited.
I can't turn the page. Give me half a second.
I'm still waiting.
Still your line.
Clink, 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 clink.
Say what you have to say and I'll go.
You've been through a tough time, sweetheart.
Well, you didn't make it any easier.
Do you think it was a cakewalk for me? You think my nerves are made of rubber?
You have no nerves. You're just a cold, callous, stinky
Shut up!
old detective.
Clink, clink.
Whoop. Glub.
Who's Spade?
I'm Spade. There's an I.
What?
When I'm finished, there's a line. It's cool. When I'm finished, you can say good night or goodbye. But first, you're gonna listen to me.
Okay.
You remember how it started yesterday evening when you told me it was your mother's birthday? You were giving a party, you said, and you wanted me to come. I tried to beg off, being no social butterfly, but Mom would be hurt, you said. So the next thing I knew, there I was at your house surrounded by 24 strangers, 10 gallons of lemonade, and your mother.
I've been wanting to have a talk with you, Mr. Spade, about Effie.
I can't think of a nicer subject, Mrs. Perrine.
Effie is just so devoted to you, Mr. Spade.
Yeah, well, I'm very devoted to,
Yeah.
Thank you for the donation of $10. Since the cop
Thank
hat
you.
reminds me so much of it. Cucumber, can you do a Jackie Gleason from the Honeymooners?
Nice.
yeah. Hold on.
To the moon, Alice.
Say the moon, Alice.
I just realized we're missing the bottom of my pages. There we are.
Yeah, you didn't say your line, so that's why I was waiting for you
Yeah.
on the other page.
You were all
It's-
confused.
Mhm.
I still can't see the whole fucking page. Give me 2 seconds, shall we?
I can see all of my pages.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Hey, can you click a link though?
Yeah. Wanted to.
Shit. Where am I?
Middle of page 3.
Yeah, Euro guy. That's the reason why I went to Optimus Prime in the first place, is because I did Richard Nixon and everybody said it sounded like Optimus Prime.
Yeah, we're on page 3.
Yeah, well, I'm very devoted to Effie too, Mrs. Perrine. What I mean is,
Mother. I think we should do something. The party's dying on its feet.
you want me to spike the lemonade, Effie? It just so happens that I have here in my pocket a bottle of,
I have a wonderful idea. It'll make the party one big happy family. The Autobots will join in. It'll be great. You just wait and see. Quiet. Decepticon, shut up.
See up to.
Some kind of game, probably. Mother's great on games.
Oh, that's all I need.
Your attention, please. Oh, excuse me, Sam. There's Miss Brent. There's Miss Brent going out. Miss Brent? Oh, Miss Brent.
Yeah, Mrs. Perrine.
Won't you join the party?
I'd love to, but I have an appointment.
What a shame. Do stay.
Thank you. Some other time, perhaps.
Oh, that's me again. I think am I done? Is it 3 pages? I don't have no idea.
One more page.
Oh, right, thank you. oh, Lola's so nice. She rents the sitting room upstairs. I wish she could have stayed. Well, I'll explain the game now.
Mrs. Perrine, I think I'll stay after all.
Oh, how nice. You've brought a gentleman friend.
Yeah, this is Marty.
Marty? Oh, well, Sam, I mean, Marty, I'd like to have you meet,
Party, 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 party.
Lola sat down and crossed her legs at me. On her left knee, where I would have preferred to see a dimple, I saw a tattoo mark. One of these days! Her gentleman friend Marty was a small, stocky guy, all teeth and New York tie. He shook hands all around, and it felt like the paw of a stale stiff to the bone.
And this is Mr. Spade. He's a private detective Effie works for. Lola's from Kansas City, Mr. Spade.
Oh?
She's waiting for her husband to return from service overseas.
I'm glad he's coming home safely. Where's he stationed?
Japan. Yeah.
Now, quiet, everybody. Quiet. We're going to play charades. It's very simple. Now, you see,
Hold.
Group accent, Australians.
Oh, God, I'm terrible.
Perfect for American Noir.
Oh.
Gonna be as good as every
Lights.
other accent I give, so I'm gonna be okay.
Oh, God, and I have a paragraphs to read? This is great. I am sorry for anybody who's Australian right now.
Sorry, Dead as
Not
a
gonna be
gamer.
right. Oh, shit.
Good day, mate.
Just remember
Hi,
to
mate.
elongate your vowels.
Now, elongate your vowels.
Oh, it's very simple,
All
you
right.
see?
You can say it all you want. This isn't going to make it easier.
No.
No, sorry, that was Cockney.
That was way wrong.
Did I?
Shut up, Brian.
Right. Okay, now, I'm the captain of Team A. Now, Doctor, that's awful. Dr. Bursino, I'm British now. I got to raise my tone at the end.
Grace
Okay.
here is also Australian, so he's totally not judging you at all completely
Great.
right
No.
now.
Please, please.
He says
don't judge
raise the tone at the end. Make it a question.
me. Dr. Burstein. Do it. I'm not going to get through this. Oh, he's so clever. He can be captain of Team B. Now, dear, quiet, everybody. It's awful. What was that?
Just say mate at the end of everything.
Mate. Now, mate, we'll both select. That's going British again. Select the members of our teams, and then each of you will write something on a slip of paper.
Like what?
Well, write a quotation phrase or phrase, the title of a song, or whatever you like. Doesn't matter. Just something interesting and clever, mate. Then I think yes, I think I've got it. You act out what you've written in pantomime, and no words can be used, although sounds are permitted. Dears, you must listen to me, or we can't play the game.
Quiet.
And now, you can't play unless you know how, and then your team must guess what is written on the paper, mates. And paper mate, that's in brand. And you and you act it out. Now, any questions?
Yay!
Is anyone the guest?
Oh, sorry. I got distracted by the sound effect.
We got a donation. Just keep your eyeballs
Oi,
on.
how many words, mate?
Any amount of words, mate.
Hey? Oh, that's fine.
No, not of a 10 though. That's too long. Yes. Now, everybody ready?
Question. We could say things like dingo and ate my baby.
Yossi,
Anybody want a shrimp on the barbie?
Yeah.
Bobby, yeah.
Yawn.
Spade.
Oh, shit. Teams were chosen. I wound up on Mrs. Perrine's team. Slips of paper were handed out to the guests. I wrote down, quote the raven, never more. So I'd have to make like a raven. While everybody was getting settled, Lola Brent came up to me. She pushed a slip of paper into my hand.
This is your charade Mr. Spade, mate.
Yeah, but I've got one.
Is this fun, mate? Please don't lose the charade I gave you, mate.
And with that, she lost herself in the crowd. I pushed the paper she handed me to my pocket without looking at it. Her gentleman friend Marty, the little character with the New York tie, was out in the center of the floor acting his charade.
All right, quick.
He flapped his arms up and down, cracked twice, and boom, rolled over on his back. Nobody got it, so
All right.
he did it again.
And scene.
Quick.
Quick. So that was 3 pages.
Oh,
One
no.
more page.
Yes.
One,
So now it's
One more.
one more page?
one more page, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then,
oh,
pretty short.
we've got 2 more after that. Chunk is
Two
Catherine Hepburn,
individuals.
and I'm going to be Queen Elizabeth.
Cucumber.
The second.
Oh, this chunk is
Oh,
Kevin.
nah.
God damn it.
You got this. Oh, now, wait a minute.
Quack.
Boom.
Wait a minute now. A pigeon? A duck? A dead duck? A dead duck?
Oh, see? Dead duck.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oi,
silly.
oi, oi.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that wonderful? Now, Team A scores a win there. Let's go on, please. Mr. Dead Duck. Oi, mate, we guessed you. So will you please get up now? We'll go on to the... No!
Sam, he's dead.
Dun, dun, dun.
And he certainly was. A deader duck than I've ever seen. I bent to him and his lips were turning blue. Somebody had spiked his last drink with a jigger of poison. 1 hour later, Dundee and the homicide boys, including the medic, had taken the stiff downtown. No one could identify him. Lola Brent had brought him to the party, but she'd taken a powder. You and Mom were kind of shaky, so I decided to spend the night on the sofa in the living room. Only used up about 3 hours of it when I heard the front door open. I figured out it was Lola. I got to my feet, crossed to the hall, and found myself staring into the biggest 45 I ever saw.
Where's the duck?
Oh,
He wants to know who, Pooby.
Look, we don't want no trouble. You're protecting this juke, okay? All we want is the duck.
try Walt Disney.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, dream.
I should have known they had no sense of humor. The butt of the gun caught me behind the left ear. That's where it usually catches me. I don't know how much more sleep I packed away until I felt you shaking me. What? Effie?
Sam, they took Mom. Those gunmen, they took Mom.
What happened?
They came into our bedroom.
Yeah?
They hit me
What?
right here.
Yeah?
And then they grabbed Mama. They wanted the duck.
Huh?
Sam, what were they saying? They took Mom. We're out with them. I'll call the police. I'll... Ring.
Effie, no. No.
But they've got Mom. Oh, for heaven's sake, Sam, they took my mother with them.
No, we can't call the police, Effie. Not yet. They want something. They want the duck. They think Mom has it. She's safe for a while, but if we call the police, she's...
Oh, Sam, whatever shall we do? What shall we do?
Keep our fingers crossed and play the rest of this caper by ear.
Ooh.
Oh,
There's a donation
you.
for Brian.
Oh, what is it?
It is a hyper-optimistic and positive shonen anime character for Brian.
Okay.
What's
Think
a
like-
shonen?
Think Naruto. Like a
Yeah, because
shonen.
I've seen that.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wait. Did you ever see like the Chin Pokemon episode of South Park?
Oh.
Fuck.
Give him
Oh my gosh, I can never believe this. Look
Yeah.
at that. We're going over
Oh.
there.
Think Matt Acevedo in like real life. He is a real life shonen anime character, and I mean that with all love and zero offense. That man is happiness.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Someone clip that and send that to Matt, please.
All right. So you promised you wouldn't call the police until I gave you the nod. I went out to buzz the town. I figured it was an out-of-state mob, probably New York. The Gunzels were after the duck. Well, that made no sense. They thought I was the muscle for the juke joint. I hustled over to Jenny the Juke. If she didn't know the score, nobody would. Her place was dark, but finally she opened up and led me into the rear. When I mentioned the duck, she shut down tighter than a clam in December. Also,
It's blisters, Sam. Blisters. I tell ya, this ain't only the local law. This is the feds. Go away, Sam. My joint ain't junkin' for the duration.
Listen, Jenny, there's an out-of-state mob. They put the arm on my secretary's mother. She don't know the time of day. They pulled the wrong feta.
I don't hear a word you say, Sam.
They're mixed up in the juke joint grift. You know who they are. Where's the duck, Jenny?
Sam, you're wigging in the breeze, Sam.
Now give me a rundown, Jenny, or I'll tear your ears off. I want that old woman back safe.
You can't muscle me, Sam. Do you know why? Because you'll tear my ears off, and that's where you'll stop. Ha! That's where they begin.
Okay, Jenny. Okay. One thing. Can you get word to them?
Maybe.
Who are you supposed to be? I forgot.
Queen Elizabeth II.
Fuck, that's
Also,
great.
Cobra Striker asks, is Cucumber dressed as the guy from the Maytag commercials?
Buddy, I need work. I'll fix your cylinder.
Can you wash? Can you wash my machine?
Fuck yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Can't wait.
Will you try?
Maybe.
Tell him I've got the duck. I'll deal for the old woman.
I'll try. Go back to your office. If I can't throw a little weight, you'll get a call. If I can't, you can come back for my ears.
And when I got back to the office, I had you on my hands. And that was no rest cure.
But I can't just sit here. Do something.
We've got to sit and wait.
Maybe they're killing her. Maybe. Oh, Sam, please, please call the police.
No! We gotta sweat it out.
I can't. I can't go on like this.
The 3 doors.
Dennis?
Dennis.
Me. I'm Dennis. I don't know.
What's your name, mister?
Mr. Spade, is it?
Who sent you?
Jenny the Juke.
What's your name?
I'm Dennis O'Rourke. I'm here to talk to you about the duck.
Good enough. Come into my office. Effie, you wait out here.
But Sam.
Wait here, I said. Sit down.
Oh,
Woo! Thank you.
Yosemite Sam for cucumber.
Yes.
Awesome. Did you say fuck you, Peter?
No.
And I think we
Sammy
did
Sam,
fell off
fuck
his
you,
chair, by the way.
Awesome.
Thank you kindly. I'm a lawyer, Mr. Spade. I'm here to represent my client.
Oh, what's his name?
John Doe.
Mm-hmm. Jane Doe's big brother, huh? What the fuck does he sound like?
That's pretty good.
That rascally rabbit.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, sure.
My client has been led to believe that you are prepared to produce the duck. Is that correct?
Oh, more or less. What's it worth to your client?
My client is
Sir,
willing
what's wrong?
to trade the old woman for the duck.
Oh, you go back and tell your client, I'm a big boy now.
A little more southern.
Get some southern accent.
Daffy Duck for
accent.
Justin.
What's that?
Daffy Duck
Daffy
for
Duck.
Justin.
Perfect.
Yeah, a lot of that.
I love that. I don't understand, Mr. Spade.
All this town is loaded with old women. All I have to do is walk up and down Market Street. Oh, but there's only one duck.
There must be a misunderstanding.
Then let me put you straight. I've got the duck.
Where?
Oh, don't be cute. Your client wants the duck, okay, for 50 G's.
$50,000, is it?
Well, things are high all over.
Yeah, but the old woman, this Mrs. aren't you interested in?
Now listen, you can do whatever you like about the old woman, so you got an old woman. Get rid of her however you want. That's your source. What's important is that you want the duck. I want 50 grand. Do we play?
Well, now, wait.
Oh, Effie!
I thought we had an audience the other side of the door.
Sam, what were you saying? You can't.
Oh, shut up! Stay there, Effie. This is business. Easiest money of the season.
Well, if you're ready to talk business, we'll go and talk to my client, Mr. Spade, now.
Then let's go.
Sam, what I heard you say, you didn't mean it. Oh, Sam!
You've known me a long time, Effie, but maybe you don't know me. So bam!
Dun, 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 dun.
United States Armed Forces Radio Service is presenting the weekly adventure of Dashiell Hammett's famous private detective, Sam Spade.
The car that drove us down the peninsula was brand new. I could tell by the way the poltergeist smelled and the careful way the driver handled it. Oh, Rourke!
Yosemite Richard Nixon.
Yeah, I mean, shit, man.
It says Windows Yosemite Sam start.
Yeah, Rusty Tooth. When does Yosemite
Stop,
Sam
Rusty
start?
Tooth. I can say it because I know him. The lawyer. Stood up front of my sat on the back, squeezed between two garifs. The gun muzzle stuck to my ribs told me all I needed to know about them. The rest of it I had to guess at. Time is hard to judge when you're blindfolded, but there's only one main road out of San Francisco by land, and I know the towns and stops along it fairly well.
Chirp, chirp.
About 20 miles out of the city, the car turned off the main highway onto a gravel road. Crunch, 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 crunch. 5 minutes later, the blindfold came off, but the fog was so thick I couldn't see much. The Gonifs pushed me ahead of them into a shack that looked like a summer vacation cottage with a sign over the door that said, "Bide a wee." A sallow, mean-looking little man with a heavy scarred face met us at the door. On his right arm, just above the wrist, was tattooed a small picture of a mallard duck. He glared at me, and then at O'Rourke.
Dun, dun,
Boom,
dun.
boom. And somebody's going to have to give me 3 pages, okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
How come? I told you I don't come back without her.
Heaven be my witness, Ducky. I did my utmost.
Huh?
It seems, Ducky, that Mr. Spade is interested in money.
What money? Did you tell me you got the old lady?
I did, sir. I'm afraid we've misjudged Mr. Spade. In short, Ducky, Mr. Spade is not in the least altruistic.
Oh, what does he want?
You had better tell him, Mr. Spade.
50,000 now, another 50 G's when I deliver the duck.
Oh, 100 G's is a lot of cash.
You can afford it.
Bugsy, bring in the old lady.
Okay. This is my Catherine Hepburn.
Accurate.
In here, sister.
Footsteps.
I do wish that you'd explain to Mr. Morton. Sam, well, it's high time. Do you know these men? This one sounds a lot like me.
This is a cute trick, Ducky, but it's gonna cost you.
The lady's put to you, Spade.
I told you it's gonna cost you letting her see me here. The longer she stands here staring at me, the more it's gonna cost you.
Sam, what is it? If I've done anything to make you angry...
Get her out of here!
Mr. Morton said you were going to call for me, Sam. I don't understand. I don't know.
There now, Mother. Come along now. Don't you worry about a thing.
No, I want to go home.
Well, of course, dear.
I really want to go home.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Spade. You broke that lady's old heart.
Stop drooling.
Watch your talk, Sonny. I ain't a sweet old lady.
I don't have to use words when I talk to you, Ducky. You won't do anything to me because I got something you need.
Okay, 100 G's paid the way you said.
Price has gone up.
Huh?
Kidnapping's a federal rap. I'm not taking any part of it.
She don't know she was snatched. I told her we were from the DA's office, keeping her eyes was on witness.
She'll
You're good,
find out
Brian.
different. Nope.
What?
You're good, Brian.
I don't plan on settling down here.
Oh, that's fine. But I have to go on living in this town with that old hen alive and clucking. It won't be easy.
You mean you want we should knock off that sweet old lady?
You're a little slow, Ducky, but you'll get there.
I've met some lousy, low-down heels in my day, but you're the lousiest. Lowest!
Oh, go on. Go on, I can take more of it at these prices.
We ain't doing your dirty laundry, see?
Then it's no dice. My price is 100 grand.
And what if I say no?
Then I turn over the duck to the federal boys. In that case, I don't care if the old lady stays alive or not because I'll be playing their game. Either you're in or you're out. Think it over, Morton. When you decide, you know where to reach me.
Yeah, we'll know where to reach you.
They drove me back to town blindfolded. When they let me out of the car, all I could see with the blindfold was the corner of Post and Kearney. When a streetcar came along, I tossed a coin whether to get in or get on it or lie down on the tracks and let it run over me. Came up heads, so I tossed it again and I got on instead. I fished in my pocket for a slug and came up with a folded slip of paper. It was one Lola had handed me at Mrs. Perrine's birthday party when they were passing out the parts for that screwy charades game. I unfolded it and glanced at it.
Scottish accent for cucumber.
There it is.
Then I read it over very carefully. The writing was hard to make out, but what I could read of it said, "Help me, that's very Irish, isn't it?" Aye, there we go, there we go. That man Marty has followed me here to... Shut the fuck up. That man Marty had followed me here to kill me. If I get out of here alive, Maxie's Arcade, I have $100. I got off at Columbus and walked up to the international settlement where Maxie's Arcade does business. That's what they used to call a penny arcade before inflation set in. I dropped a nickel in a fortune-telling machine. Worried, perplexed, know thyself and your problems will vanish? A card came out that said, "You're of a naturally deceitful and secretive character. Disloyalty brings its own punishment. It's never too late to mend." I tore up the card, kicked the machine, and that's when I saw it. It was a narrow little booth, mumbled in drapes, and the sign over it said, "Salty Hawkins, Tattoo Artist." A card pinned to the curtain showed some typical tattoo designs, anchors, mermaids, fancy initials, but one had a hand-drawn picture pasted over it. It was a mallard duck, the same as the tattoo mark I'd noticed on Ducky Morton's wrist. I pulled the curtain aside and went in.
What can I do for you, mate?
What do you know about the duck?
Old in your jib, mate. There's no freshwater birds hereabouts.
How about the new one you just put up on your card outside?
Ooh, that one, eh? Well, whereabouts? On the arm, 2, 3 color?
On her leg.
Whereabouts?
Her left knee.
Well, that's right, mate. It was on her knee.
Did she have you remove it for her?
Right as the tar, mate.
No way.
Look, mate, if I did, I wouldn't be telling strangers about her secrets.
All right, where is she?
Take it easy, mate.
I mean, we're done with Australian.
It's still Queen Elizabeth, by the way.
I haven't got time to take it easy, mate. Talk.
Sure. A hot-tempered gent, are you?
Come on, come on.
I was going to tell you anyhow. She says to me, if a man comes in...
All right, shut up. Where is she?
Right in the back room, mate.
Lola. Is it?
Spade, open up. That was weird. Hello, Lola. Finally worked out your charade.
Come on, quick!
Oh, I didn't even notice. Sorry, we're actually also at the sing lines, but that's also. After,
We'll finish these. So.
Yeah. Where you followed here?
I wouldn't have come if I had been.
How much do you know?
They want you $100,000 worth. You tell me why.
You seen Dougie Martin?
Yeah.
Did he tell you?
I want to hear it from you.
Don't believe anything he says. More than a year and he didn't even give me the time of day. He says he wants me to sound like a ghost.
You sound like you're worried.
He wants me
Marley
back.
and Marley.
How does he want you back?
With Bridget Morris. She wants me back. I'm taking an awful chance opening to you up like this. Let them catch me. Oh, they only think that me humane.
What the fuck?
Okay, it's just a lot of things for me to do all at once, okay? You was to let you
Sit
was
and
to
talk?
let me a people get at me.
He's supposed to be Katharine Hepburn, everybody.
I'm trying really hard, okay?
Kevin just said you're a Hamsar.
I'm a trendy coat.
Yeah, we have one more page left. Ducky's bubbly for me then. If it is for the mirrors, then gee, you don't know, Sam. They torture girls. What the mob do to me if I testify against them?
Okay, I'll take your word for that. Who are these DA people you're talking about?
You've never heard of Dougie Morton before?
All right, so now we sing?
Singing.
Yeah, we're singing.
So you never heard of Dougie Morton before?
I heard his name. I thought he was knocked over when they had the big racket busting show in New York years ago.
Yeah. I guess a lot of people thought that it wasn't healthy to mention Ducky's name.
What was that racket?
Juke joints, give me Mickey servicemen, talking, calling them. That's what the feds are helping the DA's office. They arrested hundreds of girls and held them as material witness. Only they wanted me most of all. They worked the joints, you see, and then I was Ducky's girlfriend during the duration.
I think you'd only be too happy to tell what you know about him in court.
Gee, I thought if I did, but you don't know. The DA's office says they'll give a girl protection, but how can they?
What are you doing in San Francisco?
Running away. Had my ticket on the boat. I was going to Honolulu, but they were watching the boats. So then I found this room out in Oakland. Mrs. Perrine was real nice to me. I never thought they'd find me there. And then Marty showed up. Honest, it was just a Mickey I put in his drink. Just like we used to in the joints. I never knew it kill him.
You're a brave kid, Lola. Now look, Ducky offered me $100 grand to deliver you. Would you take a chance on me fighting it out with him for half of that?
For 50 grand. Brother, where you meeting him?
O'Rourke's car was parked outside my apartment building where I had a hunch it would be. The two Gonifs picked up at the door, unloaded my hardware, and marched us up the stairs. Pew, pew. Ducky opened the door of my apartment and waved us inside.
Listen, Ducky, listen, honey, you've got it all wrong, see?
Keep the planet outside, you two.
Ducky, listen to me.
Hey, sit down, you two, Lola.
Ducky, I swear I never said a word. I never talked, Ducky. Even if they chop my head off.
We'll take up your suggestion later. I got a conference on with Mr. Spade here.
Bring me the money.
Don't crowd me. There's that other matter, the old lady.
How about the old lady?
I keep my word, Spade. You delivered the duck, okay? The way Jenny gave it out to O'Rourke was the old lady for the duck. But you ain't got no ethics. You see, you figured me wrong. I don't kill old ladies.
You're gonna kill the duck.
I ain't no old lady.
No, you ain't. And you ain't gonna get any older. And neither are you, Spade.
Bum, bum, bum.
He wasn't kidding. He really meant to knock me over. And then the gun he was gonna do it with got ready to speak its piece. I made my play too strong. This way, this type of gun so thinks is simple, and I've guessed it right. If you pressure then the other way by instinct. But what I hadn't figured out was that this killer had a heart of lettuce. He was gonna cut me down to protect your mother from me. How do you like that? I couldn't change my play. Now the wheel was already spinning, and so was my head. I tried to brace myself and waited for the blast.
Bum, 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
Every little moment. Oh dear, I dropped the tray.
Mrs. Perrine, what are you doing here?
I was just making some coffee for the boys. Oh dear, I've broken your cups.
That's, huh?
Yeah, we're done singing. We did it.
That's okay, mother.
Yay.
We'll take care of it. Bugsy,
Wait.
pick it up.
Thank you, Mr. Bugsy. Well, I'm so glad you got my message, Sam. Didn't Effie come with you?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, I wanted to surprise you both together. I hope you don't mind my taking over the kitchen. It was so late and the boys were getting hungry, so I offered to make them coffee and hotcakes.
Well, that was very nice of you.
Mr. Morton, put that pistol down for a moment and help me move this table out into the room.
Huh? Oh, sure, mother.
Thank you. Oh, my hip. We've had such a good time. I've never been up so late in my life, Mr. Bugsy, and I played a game called Blackjack, and I won $50. Wait till Effie hears about that.
Yeah, wait till she hears.
I suppose Effie will come with Mr. Bundy.
Bundy?
Oh, yes, I remembered that Effie said you and she are often down at his office at police headquarters late at night, so I phoned there.
Mother?
Yes, Mr. Morton?
Did you say you phoned the police headquarters?
Why, yes, that's where Mr. Bundy works.
Mother? What
did you tell Mr. Bundy?
Well, I just that you and the boys were here and that we were about to have some coffee. And he said that he'd just love to come up and join us. And I said, do. And he said he would with some of his boys.
Is
he on drugs? Did I say something wrong?
No, Mom, not at all.
Who's done?
Dundee?
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 Oh, it didn't say lieutenant in front of it. Sorry. I was like, what? Oh, all right, boys.
Why, I believe that's Mr. Bundy now.
Pow, bang.
When the smoke cleared away, Ducky Morton and his hoods were playing dead duck for keeps on my living room rug. And that rug just came back from the cleaners, too. Dundee and the boys from Homicide took Lola Brent away with them. After it was all cleaned up, I found your mother out in the kitchen.
Well, Sam, I just made another pot of coffee and...
Oh, it's okay, Mom. It's okay. It's all over now.
I know. I've been holding this back. Oh, Sam, I've never been so frightened in all my life.
Ooba.
Oh, how does Effie stand it?
You played it good, Mom. You played it real good.
Did I? Was I as brave as Effie?
Braver. And not only that, you got more brains.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio Service, the voice of information and education.
Woo!
Hooray! Hooray!
Well, we got red. That's good.
I saw my donation. I'll carry it over to the next one.
And Cucumber, everybody liked your Scrooge My Duck.
Hooray! I'll take it. I love both versions of Scrooge McDuck.
You sound like Tennant version.
I like your ghost.
You should see if you can get a job being Tennant, the voice double.
Fuck yeah, please. Who's got his email? Hook me up.
Tenant.david@gmail.com.
Oh yeah.
That's probably it.
Yeah. Try that.
Nailed it.
I'll do it. We moving on?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Dick Tracy, Pat hypnotized.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dick Tracy, the great detective. Pat. Oh, that's listening people. That's not my line. Same form. Calling all adventure fans. Calling all Dick Tracy fans. Stand by. Hey, was that not me?
Yeah, nope, that's me.
Oh.
Go for it. Sorry. I didn't realize.
Calling all adventure fans. Calling all Dick Tracy fans. Stand by. Dick Tracy is on the air.
The makers of Quaker puffed wheat and Quaker puffed rice, those specifically digestible, delicious cereals that are shot from guns, now bring you another gripping Dick Tracy adventure. And now listen. Today, Dick Tracy tells you how to make a genuine Dick Tracy secret ring free. Think of it, a beautiful gold-plated ring with a special secret compartment, just like the one Humi Batik gave Junior. Remember? Well, now you can wear one too, and if it doesn't cost you a cent. So be sure you're listening in at the end of the program to hear how to get your secret Dick Tracy ring free. Dick's a great fellow, isn't he? Have you noticed how fast his mind works? Like lightning. And what? Oh, sorry.
Donation.
Okay, it's a two-parter. It's Cucumber, Mark Hamill, Joker, and then $20 to sing it in The Greatest Showman.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know that show.
It's a
That's
movie.
cool. Movie? I don't know the music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ladies and gents.
This is the moment you waited
okay.
for.
The song, it doesn't help.
You can sing songs I don't know. It won't make me know them.
Or you know what? This has come up multiple times. We keep telling you to watch and you haven't. So it's not your fault.
Here's
You don't know.
Do your best.
all right. And what a great athlete he is. Just,
Wait, are you singing and doing that?
I guess.
I mean, it's up to you, really.
Wow.
No, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
A random turnip. I'll do it.
This is Phantom.
And what a great athlete he is, just full of trigger fast energy. And I don't know of a better, more enjoyable way to get lots of the same kind of food energy than to have a big bowl of delicious Quaker Puff. Wheat. I'm gonna switch to Phantom. I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna take that out. Oh, jeez. Quaker puffed wheat or Quaker puffed rice for breakfast. The way thousands of active athletic boys and girls and grown-ups do every day. Those two nourishing delicious cereals are short from guns. Boom, boom. Oh.
Wheat grains.
Each grain is actually exploded into 8 times its normal size that makes Quaker puff wheat. And Quaker puffed rice, especially, is food I just turned to Pocahontas. So that you get the trigger fast food energy. I'm sweating.
You're working hard.
I am.
Or hardly working.
Okay. The fast food energy much more quickly and extra good. Ask mother to get you some Quaker puffed wheat and Quaker puffed rice at the grocer's. With the capture of the mogul and head of society of our treasure thieves, it seems that Dick Tracy has brought to a close another interesting case. Fuck, I talk a lot. What's another song from Phantom?
Mascot.
Oh wait, my voice. What? Walls behind bars, and Tracy still had his possession. The black pearl of Osiris, sacred gem of an Egyptian cult dedicated to the worship of Osiris. But then the music died in his cell. At least an examination showed that he was dead. But when he was being taken to the office, strange thing happened. Oh, fuck, I'm Joe, too.
Who's partner?
Oh, hey Joe, did you hear something move behind us?
Joe.
Partner?
Joe? Nah.
Joe?
Partner?
Nah.
Joe?
Nah.
I was sure I did.
You mean back there?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
What are you reading?
Practice to go.
Oh, relax, brother. There is no one back there except a dead mogul. Gentlemen, do not be alarmed.
Joe. It's the guy that what's the guy? What's dead? I mean the
You mean the man you thought was dead? I'm this gun in my hand.
What are you gonna do to us?
Hey, what are you gonna do to us?
If you follow orders, nothing. Now keep driving the country.
Anything you say, buddy.
He was dead. Now he's alive.
I've never been dead, my friend. I was merely what?
A cat. What, man?
Leptic.
Catacleptic trance. You see, I am able to hypnotize myself as well as others. It is a known fact that expert hypnotists can put a person or themselves into a trance which very much resembles death. The yogis and swamis of India make quite a practice of it.
But the whole prison was sure you were dead. There's something funny about all this.
You do not believe me? Perhaps you'd like me to try it on you.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. I believe you. Right. Sure, brother. I do.
Pat, is that? Oh, that's me. Okay.
Oh, that hurt.
Escaped. After all, we're sure he was dead.
Yep.
Dick, this mogul fella must be wizard to be able to fake an act like that.
Well, there's nothing so very unusual about auto-hypnotism. Unfortunately, I didn't think it was in any connection with the mogul. He's clever, well-informed, which should put us on our guard. Every man on the force has instructions to keep his eyes open for the mogul.
Have you heard anything yet, Dick, from the Board of Inquiry?
You mean about Homi Batik?
Yeah.
Yes, Pat. I've been kept posted. They're all still going over the evidence in the case. I had a report this morning indicating that the board, from the evidence available, is coming to the conclusion that Dryden Small was definitely in the wrong. He was guilty of several criminal offenses.
Small is recovering from his wound, too, isn't he?
Yep. All of which seems to indicate that Batik will be released shortly.
Well, glad to hear that. I'm glad they feel the same way we do about Dryden Small. Gosh, Dick, when we consented to escort that fella home from England, we never thought we'd get all mixed up in something like this. The Black Pearl of Osiris, Egyptian high priestess like Humi Batik, art treasures, thieves like the Mogul and his gang, the secret ring of Osiris.
Hey. Hitty money.
Hey.
Moogle accent for Brian?
Yeah, I don't know what mine is. Sorry, Sharp Steph.
Moogle.
We'll look it up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Moogle.
Somebody will hook me up on that.
Say, that reminds me, did I show you mine, Pat?
Ooh.
Ale?
What?
That's a Moogle, apparently.
What is that?
I have to answer everything with a question mark at the end.
Oh, that's true.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just put a little spice on it.
Gotcha. Hey, quite a number of times, Junior. But I must admit, it's worth showing, especially with that swell likeness of Dick on it. Hey, that'd make a swell ring for any boy or girl to have.
Say, I can't wait to hear the members of the Secret Service Patrol who got rings like this will say about it. And the special compartment, gee, I know they're gonna think it's a beauty, Pat.
Oh, incidentally, Dick, you still have that black pearl safely hidden in the ring you're wearing, haven't you?
Anybody got an answer for me for this one?
It's a little
Final
character
Fantasy?
from Final Fantasy, but I don't remember what he sounds like.
Yeesh. Well, I'll keep going, and if somebody figures out what it sounds like. I certainly have, Pat. It's gonna stay there until I can give it into the safekeeping of Humi Batik or one of his agents. You know, Pat, this case of the Black Pearl of Osiris and the gang that's after it has opened up an entirely new field for investigation.
You mean the fake art treasures?
Yes. The papers have been full of it. The manufacture of fake and imitation works of art, which are sold as the genuine articles, has become a problem. The moment we're finished with this Black Pearl business, I'll have another job on our hands, cleaning up this other racket.
Real quick, they say end every sentence with cupo, kind of high-pitched.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Okay.
I can play
Yeah, I heard it.
A little anime for Brian tonight.
Yeah, I guess. Anime with Kupo. Got it.
Go bow. It's a It's a vicious racket too, no question about it. These racketeers imitate pictures by the old masters and sell them for terrific amounts. Terrific amounts. The prices you'd pay for an original.
Kupo. Sergeant Brooks, still nothing. Looks like the mogul has really escaped us, Pat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Junior.
I forgot what I was doing earlier.
Question mark.
Yeah. He's taking it on the lam, all right.
What did you say, Junior?
I said he's taking it on the lam.
Now, where did you pick that up, Kupo?
Ooh, what?
The phrase, take it on the lamb, Kupo.
Oh, I don't know, Dick. Yes, I do. I heard Blackie Moran say it once.
I see. Well, I don't want you to say it again, Junior. Kupo.
Why not, Dick?
Because it's slang, Junior.
Shirt.
Slang of a kind that should be used by anyone, especially a boy like yourself, Kupo.
Well, Dick, I don't see anything wrong with slang. I don't do anybody harm when I say it. Take on the lamb?
Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do, Junior. You had a great deal of harm to yourself, Kupo.
I don't understand. Dick?
Dick's always the answer.
Well, I'll try to explain, Junior. Now, I'm not going to go into technical definition of slang, but for your purposes, we might say that slang, Kupo, it's the kind of slang you just used, Kupo. It's the language of the gutter, Kupo. It's a language that's used by people who have no education, no background, just like Blackie Moran and his gang. After all,
Like toiletty paper.
After all, until people get to go, you judge. Will they judge you by what they say and how you say it, Kupo?
Well, gee, I never thought of it that way. Dick?
Well, I wish you would, Junior, because it's very important, you see. Slang is the mark of a lazy brain, Kupo.
Well, gee, Dick, I've heard other kids use slang words and things.
I know you have, and that's because they don't listen to their parents and their teachers, Kupo. Parents and teachers object to slang because they know how to get great handicap in its life. Because it's not only unpleasant to hear, but it gives people the idea that boys are hoodlum are redneck, Kupo. And that may not be true at all. Boys like you have picked up a slang expression and failed to realize how wrong it was to use it, Kupo.
I see. Well, I'm sorry, Dick.
Well, don't be sorry, Junior. Just make a firm resolve not to use slang again, Kupo. Whenever you are tempted to use slang, always stop and try to think of another way of expressing yourself. The truth of the matter is, that a member is in good standing of Dick Tracy's Secret Service Patrol. You have to know how to express yourself clearly, Kupo. Concisely and forcefully, Kupo. There's only one way to do that. By precise English, never by the use of slang, Kupo.
Ring, ring, ring.
Excuse me a moment, Kupo.
Shirley?
Tracy speaking. Board of Inquiry. Yeah, I see. Well, that's funny. I'm glad they reached that decision. Thank you very much for calling, Kupo.
Board of Inquiry, Dick?
Yes, Pat. I'm happy to say they have exonerated Homie Boutique, and I have issued an order for the arrest of Dryden Small. Kupo. Small is to be removed from the hospital to a prison cell at the moment so it can be done safely. Kupo.
Ah, that's fine.
Is this 3 for me or what?
Yeah.
Three, that's your last.
This is the last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This line.
But Dick will be anxious to know about their decision, Kupo. And I think I'll call in the prison and let him know now, Kupo.
You can keep going if you want, though.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
Mr. Tracy, this is most wonderful news. Most wonderful. I don't know how to thank you, to tell you how deeply grateful I am.
No, there's no reason for you to thank me, Batik. I had nothing to do with it. The law took its course, Kupo.
You're done. You're done.
Stop
done.
it. Done, remember?
No, you said this was the last page.
Yeah, the last line.
That was the last line.
What, you guys got different pages to me?
No? Maybe.
Oh, yeah, you didn't
Yes,
open
we
the
do.
link.
Oh, yeah, because you have the wrong
do.
one.
For all of them now?
Apparently.
Yes.
Apparently.
It was all
Wait.
compiled into one file. So no matter what you open, you're probably going to be wrong.
We'll let you know.
Right. Thanks for the heads up on that one.
We did.
We told you that. You refused.
It was too late. Let me continue. Oh boy! It's so hard not to just slip into Mickey Mouse. Jeez. I'm gonna have to figure out what Koopas are. All right. Oh, there's no reason for you to thank me, Batik. I had nothing to do with it. The law took its course. Since you aren't guilty of any willful wrongdoing, you were not found guilty. The law has decided that you don't deserve punishment.
And you have the pearl, Mr. Tracy.
Yes, I have it with me, safely concealed in the secret compartment of the ring you gave me. And I suggest that you let me keep it until you're free and ready to sail. At the moment, my chief concern is to get you and the Black Pearl out of this country safely.
And after that, what then?
After that, my problem will be to capture the mogul and put him where he belongs.
Hello? Oh, hello, Tess. No, Dick went down to the prison about half an hour ago to see Humi Betik. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm just writing a few letters. No, not love letters. All right, Tess. I'll tell him you called.
More Koopo for Brian.
Thanks for the donation.
Good job.
We'll let you we'll let you know when to stop.
Savage indeed.
Okay.
Oh.
For who?
Well,
It's also for Brian.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe for Brian Dick.
Back to back.
back to back.
Back to
Cooper.
back.
Kupo, then Marilyn Monroe.
Great.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So, click.
Stock.
Thanks, Arsenal. And Dex Black and Gold Coyote.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank
It's going to
you.
be fun.
Thank you, guys.
Now,
Can't
let's
wait,
see.
can't wait.
What was that address again?
Do not worry of yourself unduly about the address, Mr. Patton. You will have no need for it.
What? The mogul? You?
Yes, the mogul. Don't look so surprised, my friend.
What are you doing here?
I want the Black Pearl of Osiris. No doubt you've heard of the Black Pearl of Osiris?
I haven't got it.
I know you haven't, but you will get it for me. Nothing to say?
Me? How can I get it for you?
I know where the Black Pearl is, Mr. Patton, and I'm not so sure you don't. It is concealed in the ring which Tracy wears in his middle finger, the ring given to him by Humi Batik. I must have that pearl, Mr. Patton, and you will get it for me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will, because I will explain to you very carefully. But, pardon me, don't you feel just a trifle sleepy, Mr. Patton?
Why,
Of course you do. Sleep, Mr. Patton. Sleep. 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 And now, Patton, you are completely under my influence. Do you understand that?
I understand.
I will now give you certain commands, and you will carry them out. You will be unable to help yourself. You will find that you are forced to do what I command you to do while you are in this hypnotic trance. You understand?
I will not be able to help myself. I must do as you command.
You will go about as if you were not hypnotized, but all the while you will be under my influence. And now, Patton, this is what I command you to do, so that I may be able to get my hands on the Black Pearl of Osiris.
Announcer.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, it's dealer's or receiver's choice, I guess. Let's see. Beep, bop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, boop.
What devilish scheme has the mogul thought of now?
How much?
He has hypnotized Pat. Will he succeed in getting the Black Pearl of Osiris? Or will the great detective Dick Tracy outwit him again?
It's Foggy.
We'll soon know. But now it's time for your Dick Tracy Secret Service Patrol meeting, brought to you by the makers of delicious, nourishing Quaker puffed wheat and Quaker puffed rice. And here comes Dick Tracy himself with Junior to tell you how to get your secret Dick Tracy ring free.
A terrible Grover.
That was like going for Bobcat, and then I gave up halfway.
Hello there, boys and girls. Last Friday, we told you we were trying to get 16 drinks and rings for all of you. Goopo. Just like the one Homie Batik gave to Junior. Well, we've succeeded, Goopo.
Gosh. 3 cheers, Dick.
And we've arranged with the jeweler to make the rings for you, Goopo.
Say, will they be gold plated just like mine with your picture on them, Dick? And all those lucky signs?
Of course, Junior. Here, you can see for yourself. Here's one of the rings now, Goopo.
Boy, it's exactly like mine. Here, you see Mr. Quaker Man?
Say, isn't that a beauty? And look here, it's adjustable. You can make it fit any size finger.
Gee, that's a great idea, because this is one ring you'll always want to wear.
Well, mine's got a secret compartment just like yours too, Junior. Listen, boys and girls, here's the best news of all. To get one of these beautiful gold-plated Dick Tracy secret rings for free, you just mail 5 Quaker Puff treats.
Hit next.
Or 5 Quaker Puffed rice box tops, or some of each, with your name and address printed on a plain piece of paper. The Dick Tracy Box L, Chicago.
Oh.
And when you get your Dick Tracy secret ring free, isn't that great?
And that's not all. Tess Trueheart went to the jeweler's with us, and she fell in love with a very good-looking gold-plated bagel bracelet, Goopo.
The charms show Dick Tracy Jr. and Lucky 4-Leaf Clover. Listen, girls, be the first in your crowd to wear a smart gold-plated Dick Tracy bracelet, as well as a beautiful Dick Tracy secret ring. It's free, too. You just send 5 Quaker Puffed wheat or Quaker Puffed rice pop top for your Dick Tracy bracelet to Dick Tracy Box L, Chicago. Be sure to write whether you want the Dick Tracy secret ring or the Dick Tracy bangle bracelet or both. And remember, send 5 Quaker Puff wheat or Quaker Puff rice puff.
Fuck this script.
For each one to Dick Tracy Box L, Chicago. Now don't wait.
Uh-huh. You hear now?
Keep going.
Because those secret rings will go like hotcakes. As soon as a package of Quaker Puffed wheat or Quaker Puffed rice is empty, tear off the top and save it. And be sure to ask Mother to get you some Quaker Puffed wheat and Quaker Puffed rice at the grocers, so you can get your Dick Tracy secret ring soon.
Have some candy.
Boom. Wheat grains.
You've got to tell
Calling
you.
all Dick fans. Calling all Dick Tracy fans. Stand by for another exciting Dick Tracy adventure tomorrow at the same time. That is all.
Hooray.
I'll carry that over to the next one.
All right.
Okay, yeah, same with mine.
Yeah, I want to hear Dino's. Dino's has Italian grandma.
Yeah, thanks, Nicole. That's my sister.
Now I really want to know what happens to Dick Tracy
Hi,
next week.
Nicole.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
gosh,
we gotta find out what this happens.
I'm so concerned about Pat. It's like, what?
The mogul.
What happened?
Can we take a quick break? Because
Yeah.
I got to pee real bad.
Okay. Yeah. You take
Roll
your
the
break.
footage.
Wait, somebody entertain.
Oh,
That's fine.
okay.
Here, I got it.
Right, kitties.
Oh, a kitty.
Kitty break.
Kitty break. Oh, it's waving.
Oh,
They learned how to wave.
Kill it.
it's sentient.
That's terrible.
Oh boy.
All right.
This is fun.
I made a lot of painful decisions tonight.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh, your poor throat.
See,
Tequila.
Goopo.
I'm gonna go to sleep saying Goopo.
That's an annoying sound.
Thank you for everybody to joining us, Koopa.
Hilarious.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Where are you going? Where are you going? Okay.
Dude.
Okay.
No.
Dude.
That's a good
Cat.
point, Gyro Guy. We should just roll the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's do
that's
that.
what I said. Roll the footage.
All right. We'll
Oh.
be right back, and we'll see how many people are back then. Cool.
Stick around.
And bye.
And we are Perception Studio.
Wild turkey that hungers for blood.
Danny. How goes Dandy? Hi, I'm Haley.
And I'm Andrew.
Fuck you. Yes, I'm kind as shit.
The room begins to fill with a bunch of cola. Our heroes begin to drown.
What my favorite movie of each year was?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm totally fine if I get crushed by a giant dragon schlong. If that's how I'm gonna go, then like that's a way to go.
I believe you. I say, tickle this, bitch, and I take.
We'll send a feel you later.
That was almost good.
The donation of 200 in Oprah Bus. Look under your seats because everybody gets a reroll. So you get a reroll. You get a reroll. You get a reroll.
Yeah, I hate it so much. And people are like, no.
You know, sexual stuff. But we're just a little more grounded. So your progression is in the sky.
Get in here.
Get in the
I gotta stop squeezing. I gotta scoot your fucking chair over. Is that better? No, go away. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
We're back.
And we're
Some
back.
of us are back.
We're back.
Some of us are
Not
back.
everyone's done peeing.
I'm still peeing now.
He took his mic into the bathroom. It's
Well, he's got a wire, you know. He just walks in there.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know this, but he's
Oh,
actually
we can-
always sitting on the toilet
See stuff.
this whole time.
See stuff.
It's the safest place to be.
We can see stuff. Jump.
See stuff?
I came
See
back.
stuff. By the
Yeah.
seashore.
What?
You just put on a weird show for everybody, is all.
You mean Trashterpiece Theater?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
No, why
yeah.
not?
Yeah, so it's trash.
Trapeze.
It's getting my my chisel out of whack now.
Get some whack on pre-order.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
All right. So
I
it's
should just have it delivered monthly.
So there's an announcer and then a Dimension X announcer, right?
I'm the regular out.
I'm the Dimension X.
Okay.
and is Nettie a guy or a girl?
Make up your mind.
Probably a girl.
And
I'm gonna say
Nettie's the
girl.
girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
with an IE, I would say girl.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my stretches. Hold on.
Yeah, you need to stretch too.
Here we go.
There's a lot of Felted Friends streams this week.
Yeah.
It built
Yeah.
some strength.
Yeah, is that what that did?
Or destroy tendons. You never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
One or the other.
I feel pretty destroyed.
Not in the good way.
Yeah.
I like the sexy way.
Yeah, I want to get wrecked, but not,
Not
like
like
this.
in the sexy
Not
way.
like this. No.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Are we?
Hey, now this one has page numbers for me. Is it different ones than yours?
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, these are different.
We could give you a few seconds, or the whole time that we were at break, that you could have opened the link.
Yeah.
No.
Bingo!
Oh shit!
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because the link.
White and we still throw shade.
He's like, it's not gonna work. I'm incapable of shame.
Yeah. True. Also, the link is on a different computer than what I'm using to read. So
Ah.
Well, why didn't you ask it to be sent to the thing that you're reading? Because that also could have been done.
because you sent it before I even knew it was sent, or whatever.
Perhaps arriving at call time is an option.
You guys are getting a peek behind the curtain here.
People are no one gave you guys.
Drama behind the curtain.
No one gave a call time. They just said showtime at 7:30.
It's always 6:30.
6:30.
Thank you.
Good evening, Kaya Jinx.
Hi, Kaya. We're arguing a little bit, and then we're gonna get started with our last radio play of the evening.
Oh, what's the name of this one?
The radio play of the evening is called It's from a show called Dimension X, and the episode is called Marionettes Inc. Originally aired August 30th, 1951.
Just a warning, my Italian accent is terrible, even though I'm Italian.
Shame. All right.
That's like,
You guys ready?
never mind.
Now I'm going to be expecting it to be terrible. You should have I would have been like, you're perfect because you're Italian.
I just believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this must
Whatever
be,
you do,
must
like,
be it.
can't disagree.
Must be right.
All right, places, everyone.
Oh, there's a whole list of
Thank you,
sound effects I
places.
should have had.
Places.
Adventures, ventures in time, and space, told in the future tense. The National Broadcasting Company, in cooperation with Strix and Smith, publishers of astounding science fiction, bring you Dimension Next.
Hey!
Sing your lines to Pop Goes the Weasel, Chunk.
What?
Yep.
You got a donation.
Oh, and
Thank
we're
you,
also
OCD.
$5 over the bar.
So we have to sing.
So after wait, when is Chunk's first lines?
Not
that
for a
will
little bit.
that will depend. So sing first. Then?
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
I have some right off the bat.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to continue from the
the
last
Maryland.
Yeah, Maryland.
Cool. Okay, so Maryland. Hopefully, there's enough pages to sing, and then we'll get to Chunk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good. By the year 1990, we should see many amazing technological advances, and yet, in many ways, life will be very much the same. A husband will stop off at a bar on the way home and perhaps unburden himself with a little friendly bartender.
Hey-o.
I love the girls.
Another one, Mr. Smith?
Oh, Mamma Mia. Oh, what time is it, Mr. Sam?
Why, almost 10 o'clock, Mr. Smith.
Henry.
It's there. It's just not where it should be.
Yeah. Go back up, Henry.
Would you like another drink?
One more.
I'm so confused.
It's off. It's at the end of that sentence.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
One more, please.
Cheep, 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 cheep.
Oh, listen to them. Old songs are still the best, huh, Mr. Smith?
See, Sam, I remember when singing the one back in 1974, just before I met my wife. Ooh, golden days, Sam.
Here's your beer, Mr. Smith.
Grazie. Oh, that's very good. Almost it feels as if I could go home and face Nettie now.
Wife trouble, Mr. Smith?
Wife trouble, Sam.
A fight?
Oh, Nettie and I never fight. Nettie's too mad about me to ever fight with me. She adores me, worships the ground I walk on.
Well, this is something new. I remember only last year you was complaining she's so awful.
The times, they have changed. Only wish she was still throwing things. At least in those days I could walk out and slam the door with a clear conscience. Now she's so sweet and loving. I feel like a murderer every time I stop in for a beer on the way home.
Tough, Mr. Smith, tough.
Ever hear the expression, love she flies if held the light, love she dies if held too light? You know?
Can't say I ever did.
Nah. If only she'd relax a little bit, but see the bruise on my lip? She kisses me. For an hour every night when I come home, Mamma Mia's.
Oh, can you do anything for it?
I try. I remind her that she really wanted to marry Harvey Tubman. I remind her how we used to have those battles until the neighbors called the robot police. Nothing works. I'm gone for an hour. She cries.
Well, I ain't got that kind of trouble. I hang around too much and Mabel calls me a loafer and turns me out.
It's a sad state. I can't figure them out. Well, I guess I'll go home and feed myself to the lioness. I tell you, Sam, when Nettie gets finished, Was that 3? Maybe. Yeah.
2.
It's 2.
2, good. When Nettie gets finished demonstrating how much she missed me, I feel like a man who's been stuffed into an electronic washing machine with the dial set to rinse dry. How much do I owe you?
60 cents.
Well, if it isn't Henry Smith.
Brayling, as I live and breathe. Walter Brayling, what, que cosa fai? What are you doing here?
Oh, having a night out.
Does Gloria know about this?
Things have changed, Henry.
Well, I thought that she kept you chained to the bedpost most of the time.
Not anymore, Henry. Not anymore.
You are not divorced, are you?
No. Gloria is home.
Oh, what did you do? Put a sleeping powder in your coffee?
Oh, goodness, no, Henry. That would be highly unethical.
Everybody sings.
Everybody sings.
Okay.
Everybody.
I can't believe you just walked out on her.
10 years of marriage, Henry, and I never had a night to myself, but it'll be different from now on.
Oh.
By the way, Henry, what time is it?
10 o'clock.
Well, I guess I'd better be going.
Scared?
No, don't want to crowd my luck, although really there's nothing to worry about.
I'd sure like to know how you do it, Walter.
Would you really?
Yes.
All right, then. Since you've always been a friend of mine, I'll let you in on it. Come on, my car is outside. I'll drive you home and let you see how it's done.
That's nice of you, Walter.
Not at all, Henry. We fellows have to stick together. I don't suppose you know how Gloria and I came to be married in the first place, eh?
No, I don't.
Well, one evening she threatened to tear off her clothing and call the police unless I married her.
No!
Oh, yes.
Well, that's a bit extreme, isn't it?
Well, Gloria was always a nervous girl.
I bet you've had a pretty wretched time of it.
Oh, yes, it didn't take long for me to become the laughingstock of the neighborhood. And Pet Brayling, they used to call me, I know, but things are changing now. Here, you see this?
What's that?
A single ticket to Rio on the morning rocket. I have hotel reservations there for a month. A whole month, Henry, to have a fling.
Won't Gloria make trouble of that?
Well, that's the amazing part of it, Henry. She won't even know I'm gone. I'll be back in a month and no one is the wiser. You don't believe me, do you?
Frankly, no. Just how you going to swing it, Walter?
That's the secret, Henry. I tell you, it's the most wonderful thing invented. Worth every cent I paid for it.
What is it?
I think this is my line. I'm going to show you.
Oh.
Here's my house. Notice the lights are all out. Shh. We'll wait up there on the front porch.
Walter, you haven't gone off your rocker, have you?
Now I meow twice. Meow, meow. Now, Henry, watch the window in my bedroom.
It looks as if somebody... Hey, there's a man up there. He's looking out.
Good. He sees me. He'll be down directly.
Isn't it a bit embarrassing for you, Walter?
Oh, not at all. You'll find out. Here he comes. Hello. Where are we done?
We're done.
Oh, shit.
Hello, B2.
Good evening. Oh, good evening, Mr. Browning.
Pop goes the music.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Close the door.
Good evening, Mr. Brayling.
Close the door.
Either I'm going out of my mind, or there are two of you. You never told me you had a twin brother.
I don't.
But if this fellow weren't in pajamas, I couldn't tell you apart.
That's the secret, Henry. Everything go all right, B2?
Oh, just fine, Mr. Brayling.
Uh-huh. I suppose my wife was in her usual good form this evening?
As a matter of fact, we spent an evening playing again.
Gin.
Gin.
No screaming? No shouting accusations?
Oh no, sir. It was. Hard evening.
Well, this is even better than I thought.
Well, Marinates Incorporated aims to satisfy, sir.
Did he say Marionettes Incorporated?
That's right, Henry. Look him over. Isn't he excellently fashioned? You wouldn't dream he was a robot. A marionette, huh?
I can't believe it.
It's against the law, of course, to duplicate a human like this, but it's, well, worth the opportunity.
I still don't believe it. You can't tell him from a human.
Only one way, Henry. Put your ear next to his chest. Listen. That's it.
Machinery. Walter, old man, how long has this been going on?
I've had him now a month, Henry. I keep him in the cellar in my toolbox. Now, tonight, I told Gloria I'd like to be excused for 5 minutes to run down to the cigar store. She agreed. I went down to the cellar, took out Brayling too, sent him back upstairs to sit with my wife until I got home.
Miraculous. Of course, it doesn't seem quite ethical somehow.
Oh, nonsense. It's highly ethical. I've been home all evening. I should be home with her for the next month. In the meantime, another gentleman named Walter Brayling will be in Rio having the time of his life.
Well, can he walk around without fuel for a month?
Oh, he refuels himself. And he's still to do everything. Eat, drink, sleep. He'll take good care of my wife. Won't you be too?
Oh, of course, your wife's are rather nice. I've grown quite fond of her.
You see?
Walter, old man. Now, how long has this Marionettes Incorporated outfit been in business?
Secretly, for 2 years now. Why?
Well, I wonder, is there a possibility that I might get in touch with them?
You? But you love your Nettie.
I know, but even so, a little respite. A night or two. What's a month?
And she loves you dearly.
So much she can't bear to leave me for half an hour. You know that lately she's taken to calling me up at work 10 or 12 times a day and talk baby talk?
Your Nettie?
My Nettie. What do you say, old man? A favor to an old buddy, a fellow lodge member.
Well, I could put you in touch with the man who makes them. Of course, you'd be pledged to secrecy once you learned where he's located.
Oh, naturally.
Very well, Henry. Here's his card.
Marionettes Incorporated. W. Zig, proprietor and owner. New humanoid plastic, 1990 models, guaranteed against wear. Our motto, no strings attached. Address, The Jumble Shop, 43 South Wesley Drive.
Mr. Zig will take good care of you, Henry. He's a charming fellow, a real craftsman.
Wonderful. I'll see him first thing tomorrow. Well, I better be getting home now, though. Nettie's probably splitting a gasket.
See you around, old man, after I get back from Rio. And while I'm gone, you might drop around regularly, just as you always have. Treat Brayling 2 here as if you were me. Otherwise, Gloria might be suspicious.
Oh, I will. And, before I go, these marionettes are safe, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. Tell him, B2.
We're guaranteed.
Fine. Well, good night, Walter. Good night, B2.
Good night, Mr. Smith.
Good night, Henry. Well, I'm glad someone else will have a chance at a little happiness and freedom. All right, Brayling 2. Back into the cellar box for you. Come on. Down the steps. That's it.
It's very damp down here, Mr. Brayling.
Bad plumbing. Well, here we are.
Brayling.
Yes?
Before you put me back in the toolbox, will we have a word?
Certainly, old man.
This toolbox
What about it?
I don't like it, Mr. Brayling.
Why not?
It's cramped.
Oh, well, I'll try to fix something up more comfortable when I get back home from Rio. All right, now, before Gloria gets worried, back into...
Marinates are made to move, not to keep still. How do you like to lie in a stuffy box most of the time?
I didn't realize you fellows were that sensitive.
You wouldn't like it at all. I keep running, there's no way to shut me off. I have feelings, you know.
Well, day after tomorrow, I'll be off to Rio, and you won't have to stay in the box for a whole month. You can move upstairs.
But when you get back from Rio, I'll go back into the box.
Mr. Zig didn't tell me at Marionettes Incorporated that it was possible to get a difficult specimen.
There's a lot he doesn't know about us. We're pretty new.
Now look here, B2. This has gone far enough.
I'll never get to Rio.
Come on now. Into the box.
Yeah, and another thing.
Well?
Your wife.
What about my wife?
Well, I've grown quite fond of her.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy your employment. You'll have the whole month.
You don't quite understand, Brayling. I've fallen in love with her.
You what?
You just don't appreciate her. Maybe if we hadn't always acted so meek and apologetic about everything, she's a little more respect for you as a man. She'd have a little more respect for you as a man.
Well, now you aren't supposed to behave like this, you know.
I think, well, anyway, I could be very happy if I were married to Gloria.
Aren't you forgetting you're nothing but a big, overgrown puppet?
Careful, Brayling. I'm sensitive.
All right. I'm sorry. Now, look, you wouldn't mind waiting here, would you? I have to go upstairs and make a phone call.
To whom?
Oh, nobody important. I have to call Henry Smith about something.
You're lying. You're going to call Marionettes Incorporated and tell Mr. Sig to come and get me.
Oh, no. No, really, I'm not. I... Stay away.
Stand there, Brayling.
Not now, B2. Take your hand off my arm.
No, Brayling.
What are you going to do?
Nothing much. I'm just going to put you in the toolbox, lock it, and lose the key.
What?
Then I'll buy another ticket to Rio, and Gloria and I can have a wonderful vacation.
You're insane.
Am I?
Now, wait a minute. Hold on, B2. No, don't be rash. Let's talk this over.
Bye, Mr. Brayling.
B2, stop it. Don't let go. Help.
Bye, Brayling.
Gloria.
Oh, Gloria.
Is it
Gloria?
Gloria.
Who's Gloria? Is that me? No.
Gloria is not written in the breakdown.
Oh, great.
Gloria is Haley.
Oh, sorry, I didn't write that one down on my list. My bad. Walter? Walter!
Chunk is a Dalek.
Chunk as a Dalek. Yes.
And then Bender.
Gloria.
What in the world are you doing down there at this time of night?
Oh, wait. Chunk as a Dalek and then Bender.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's only 10 more pages or so, though.
Yeah.
Do every other line.
Well, I have three pages each.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, nothing, lover. The pipe for knocking, and I'm making sure the boiler hadn't exploded. You go back to bed. I'll be up soon.
Oh, hurry, won't you? We had such a nice evening. I'm lonesome for you.
Oh, you will never be lonesome again, darling. Never again.
Bum, bum, bum.
Good morning, Nettie.
Fuck. I'm sorry. Bad time to change the bar.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
Oh, good morning, darling. How are you? Have a nice time last night? I missed you so.
Breakfast ready.
Are you going to kiss me good morning?
Oh, yes, I suppose so.
Oh, you're so wonderful, Henry. I guess I'm the luckiest person in the world. Here's your coffee. Oh, and how would you like your eggs, dear?
Any way at all.
But I want to please you.
Hey, back comedy. Thanks for the raid. People are raiding. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, Nettie, skip the eggs this morning.
But you have to eat to keep well, darling.
I'm very healthy. I have an early business appointment.
Oh?
It's a friend of Walter Brayling's. I met Walter last night, and he.
Yes.
Well, I'd better be off. Now, Nettie, don't look as if I'm on my way to Rio or something. I'm only going to work.
It's just that I miss you so. I want to be with you all the time.
Do I have to go through this every morning? I'll be back at supper. There's no need to cry now, is there?
No, darling. You aren't displeased with me, are you? I try so hard to do everything just as I think you like it.
We're reading an old radio play bend comedy. This is sci-fi. No, I'm not displeased. Well, goodbye, dear.
Henry?
Yes?
You forgot to kiss me goodbye.
No strings attached. No strings attached. A very nice puppet with no strings attached. Let's see now. The Jumble Shop, 43 South Wesley. That should be about... here it is. Mr. Zig?
Yes?
Walter Brayling recommended me.
Enter. Your name?
Henry Smith, 55 Evergreen Place.
And what can I do for you, Mr. Smith?
Well, Brayling showed me his marionette last night.
I see.
I was intrigued with the idea. Not that my wife is anything like the female meat grinder he's married to, you know, but well, I'm a man who enjoys on occasion leaving with the boys without complication.
Naturally.
So I thought that
I could duplicate you.
Exactly.
I think it might be arranged. You understand the need for secrecy, of course. Although an act is pending in Congress to legalize Marionettes Incorporated, it is still a felony to use one of my creations.
I understand.
And there's the matter of the payment.
Oh, right. How much?
$9,000.
9,000?
Well, I have an inferior model of 7,500.
No. If I go through it, nothing's too good for Nettie. Nettie's my wife. We've been putting money aside to buy a summer house in Westport.
Sometimes we must choose.
Yes, perhaps I could just slip out 9,000. It's a joint account. How soon could I have it?
I could construct the mannequin in about 2 months' time.
Good.
Shall I consider the order placed?
At once.
Of course. You will have to report her for a body mold, color index of your hair, lips, skin, etc., etc. And I'll have to do a complete electro-emotional collaboration.
You'll guarantee that these models are foolproof?
As foolproof as I can make them, Mr. Smith. And I've had years of training.
And no chance of detection?
None whatsoever. I've never had a complaint.
Walter Brayling seems satisfied enough.
I assure you, he's been taken care of in high style.
I wish there was some way to be sure.
You have our guarantee.
Very well, Mr. Zig. I'll get the money from the bank and send it to you.
Fine. You will be as delighted with yours as Walter Brayling is with his.
Oh, tell her.
Yes, Mr. Smith.
I'd like to cash this draft on my joint account, please.
Yes, sir. $9,000, sir?
That's right.
I'm afraid that's impossible, Mr. Smith.
Impossible? My wife and I have a good $15,000 in our account.
You're mistaken, Mr. Smith.
But I know that.
Here's your card, sir. You see, Mrs. Smith withdrew $10,000 recently.
$10,000?
Mm-hmm.
Without even telling me?
I remember it distinctly, Mr. Smith. She said it was for a surprise for you.
Good Lord. She's bought that house in Connecticut. My birthday is next week. Well, I've got to borrow it somehow. I've already contracted.
Yes, sir. Quite a surprise for you. Mr. Smith? Yes? Oh, hello, Henry.
Hello, Gloria. Is Walter home? I'd like to speak to him.
Oh, well, come in.
Thank you.
Is there something wrong?
Oh, just some private business. A matter of a loan.
Well, he went down to the travel bureau, but he should be back soon. We're going to Rio, you know.
Both of you?
Isn't it wonderful? I don't know what's come over Walter lately. He's been so romantic. Last night he came upstairs and said, "Darling," he hasn't called me darling in years. "Darling, we're going to take a honeymoon to Rio, so we're leaving tomorrow." Anything wrong, Henry?
No. I'm just a little surprised. That's all.
Well, he should be back soon. Will you wait?
Yes. I'd better.
Hey, as long as you're over here, maybe you can help me with something.
What?
Well, I went downstairs to get an old suitcase a while ago, and I heard the strangest noises near that old tool chest of Walter's. He mentioned that the boiler was acting up, and I'm afraid to go down there again. I wonder if you'd take a look?
What kind of noises?
Like a thumping sound.
Maybe I'd better go down, Gloria. You stay up here.
Should I call a plumber, do you think?
No. I'll take care of it.
Oh, it's right down those stairs.
I'll have a look. Good Lord. Good Lord. Hello? Hello in there. Just a minute. Keep quiet, for goodness sake. I'll have to smash the lock. Ow, shit. Ugh. Now, what in the...
Henry, thank God you've come.
Be quiet.
I've been in there all night. I thought I'd suffocate. He tried to kill me, Henry. He tried to murder me.
Who? Which one are you?
Don't be an idiot. I'm Walter.
What happened?
B2, the marionette. He stuck me in the toolbox and left me to suffocate. Well, fortunately, I found an old file in there and managed to get an air hole through the wood.
Good Lord. He's taking Gloria with him to Rio.
Have they left yet?
No, he's gone downtown for the tickets.
Good. We may just have time.
For what?
To get down to Marionette's Inc. and tell Zig to stop him.
You're in no condition to do that.
Don't worry about me. We can't waste any time. Come on.
But Gloria.
I'll sneak out. Tell her you fixed the plumbing. Tell her anything. I'll meet you outside.
All right.
Oh, what a fool I've been.
What a fool I almost was. I went down and ordered one of those things today.
Step.
Close.
Gloria, love.
Yes, darling? Did you get the tickets to Rio?
Right here, my love. Honeymoon for two under the pampas moon.
Oh, Walter, it's so nice to have you like this.
You like that change?
I don't know what did it, but whatever it is, I'm in favor of it. I hope it's permanent.
Oh, I intended to see that it is. Oh, by the way, darling, do you happen to remember that old pistol of mine is?
Pistol?
Yes. I thought since we were going to be traveling in strange countries, it wouldn't hurt to bring it along.
Oh, well, I think it's here in the sideboard. Yes, it's there. Oh, Walter, you know how frightened I am of those things.
I'll be careful of it. In fact, I think I'll go down to the basement and practice. Not really shooting it, of course, just to make sure it's in good working order.
Do be careful, darling.
Oh, I will. If you should hear a shot, dear, don't be frightened. I may fire into a block of wood just to test it. Perhaps I'll fire into that old tool chest of mine. Yeah, that should absorb it.
Oh, speaking of that tool chest.
Yeah, what about it?
It reminds me that Henry Smith was here.
Okay, someone do a bender for me real quick.
Oh, hey! That's not him.
You know.
Oh God! Now I can't think of it either.
I can hear
Shut
that.
up! I know it. I can't do his voice though. Like I need to eat a cigar. I can't.
I'm Bender, but it's like lower.
I knew it. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, I got it.
Gravelly.
It's gonna be terrible no matter what. That
is a fact.
Oh.
I heard some noises downstairs there, and he went down to fix the plumbing.
Is he still down there?
No, he left. I really don't understand it. He seemed so anxious to see you before he went down in the cellar, and then he just left.
Oh, did he stop the noises?
Well, he must have. I don't hear them.
I see.
What is it, dear?
I have to go out for a while, darling.
But Walter, we'll have to pack if we're leaving.
I'll be back soon. There's something very important I have to attend to.
Well, what is it?
I just got some personal business with Henry Smith. Please excuse me, darling. And don't worry, when I get back, everything will be fixed once and for all. Then we can enjoy the rest of our lives as though the old Walter building never existed.
Mr. Brayling and Mr. Smith, come in.
Yes, Mr. Zig.
Come in, come in.
We most certainly will come in.
What brings you?
A good deal, Mr. Zig. Yes, indeed, a good deal.
If I might know exactly, you seem upset.
Tell him, Henry.
You told me your marionettes were foolproof, Mr. Zig.
They are. My personal guarantee goes to each one of them.
We know all about your personal guarantee, except that Mr. Brayling's dummy knocked him out, stuffed him in a toolbox to suffocate, and is making plans to run away with his wife.
Oh, dear.
Well, Mr. Zig?
Oh, I really don't know what to say, gentlemen. You see, I work alone. I make these marionettes myself so that I can see to it personally that there are no errors. However, even the finest craftsman can make a mistake once in a while.
What Mr. Brayling and I would like to know, Mr. Zig, is exactly what are you planning to do to stop this overambitious robot?
Well, of course. We shall have to recover B2 first, and then I would simply dismantle him.
He doesn't seem to want to be dismantled, Mr. Zig. In fact, I think you'll have trouble catching him.
Maybe. I can save you some trouble, gentlemen.
B2!
I thought if I find you here, then I discovered the tool chest empty.
He has a gun.
Thank you.
I find you here when I discover the tool.
God damn it.
Empty.
He has a gun.
He has a gun.
He's got a gun. Now look, B2, whatever you're planning to do, you won't get away with it.
I think I will.
Mr. Zig, can't you do something?
I'm afraid I can't think of anything.
I'll save you the trouble because I'm going to kill the three of you.
Oh, you won't get away with it.
No? You forget that Gloria and I will be on a plane in Rio in a few hours. All right, Mr. Zig, you first.
Oh, now see here. This isn't fair. I created you. You can't do...
Grab him.
I got him.
Quick, the hammer.
I got him.
No.
Gush, 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 gush.
Oh, it's so much oil.
It was a great Bender impression all the way to the end.
Well, that's the end of Brayling 2.
Oh, thank heavens. Henry, he got Zig right through the...
Oh, holy jumping catfish.
Henry, look at him. Look at Zig.
Nothing but a mass of coils and springs, just like Brayling 2.
Why, he's nothing but a marionette.
He's no different from Walter. You know what this means?
It's incredible.
A marionette building other marionettes.
But someone must have built Mr. Zig originally.
Perhaps Mr. Zig turned on whoever built him the same way the Brayling 2 turned on you.
At any rate, we'll never know.
I wonder how many of these things are walking around among us.
Oh, I shudder to think of it.
Some of our best friends might be... Oh, come on. We've got to get out of here.
But the police?
Don't be a fool. There's been no crime committed here. All the police will find are 2 oversized puppets with the springs coming out of them.
But they seem so lifelike.
They are only machinery. You've got to remember that.
Well, what will I tell Gloria?
If I were you, Brayling, I wouldn't tell Gloria a thing. I'd simply pick up that other ticket to Rio and take her on a honeymoon.
What about you, Henry? What are you going to do?
Me? I'm going to go home and give Nettie a kiss that'll singe her hair. Yeah, you bet it. I'll even forgive her for forgive her for taking that $10,000 out of the bank without telling me. You know, when I think of that, think of what might have happened if I had gone through this marionette thing. It makes a fellow realize how lucky he is to be married to a decent woman. Let's go. Nettie, boom. Where are you, sweetheart?
In here, darling.
I've missed you today. Come here.
Oh, Henry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you look tired, darling. Can I do something for you? Just tell me. I'm yours to command.
A man's a fool to jeopardize a nice home and a loving wife like you. You do love me, don't you, Nettie?
You know I do. Here. Let me get your slippers on.
Feels good to sit back in the sofa and relax. You don't know what a tiring day I've had.
I can see you're all upset. Isn't anything I've done, is it, dear?
Well, in a way, something you've done is connected with it.
What's that, darling?
The money.
Money?
I know you wanted to surprise me with the house, darling, but really, you shouldn't have taken the money out of the bank without consulting me.
Henry, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Now, Nettie.
But I don't.
Nettie!
Oh, you're so upset, darling. If it's anything important, let's talk about it later. Meanwhile, why don't you just put your head on my shoulder and rest?
I must admit that does sound enticing.
Here, let me make you comfortable. There. Now just close your eyes. That's it.
Nettie?
Yes, darling.
Do you hear something?
No, darling.
Are you sure?
Like what?
Well, like the ticking of a clock.
No.
It's strange. I don't hear it now. But when I had my ear against your chest. Oh no. Oh no.
What are you talking about?
No. I won't believe it. You are my Nettie, aren't you? You are a real life flesh and blood. Oh, she couldn't have done that to me. Not Nettie. But I hear it. And it's coming from you. It's coming from you.
You have just
heard.
You have just here's another adventure into the unknown world of the future, the world of
Dimension.
Sex.
Next week, Dimension X moves to a new day and time. It will originate in New York on Saturdays from 8 to 8:30 p.m. beginning September 8th. Consult your local newspaper for the exact date and time in your locality. And don't miss Murray Lesner's story of Deep Space First Contact. Dimension X is presented each week by the National Broadcasting Company in coordination with the Smith publishers of the magazine Astounding Science Fiction. Today, Dimension X has presented Marionettes, Inc., written for radio by George Letters, the story by Ray Bradbury, featured in the story with Kermit Murdoch as Henry, Martin Rudy as Brayling, and Ross Martin as Brayling too. Tom Monroe, music by Alvin Berman, Fred Pollard speaking. Dimension X is produced by Willie Walsh, directed by Fred Wish.
All wrong.
Yay!
Yay!
That one was fun. I like that one.
I like that one too.
I just got to sit back and listen to it, and it was fun.
So I don't know if anybody had reread the script. I didn't, but I knew Nettie was a robot. I was like, oh, she's definitely.
Oh yeah, the minute the $10,000 was missing,
right?
Yeah. I was like,
when I figured out how loving and doting she was, I was like, oh, she a robot.
I'd be like, oh, she fake. She fake.
Yeah, we all know that most women aren't like that.
That's cool though, Bradbury.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Nick's 144. Nicole said, "I feel like the prayer rate really gets women."
Yeah, like 100%.
Oh boy.
And I think this one was from.
The husbands anymore.
This one was, I was gonna say this one was from 1951, right?
Yeah.
No, I hear a heartbeat.
Somebody was asking, so I said 1951.
I also feel that this story was a little racist.
Wait, what?
It's a little racist.
Yeah. Against us.
Against
I see.
Yeah. Oh. It's the kind of insensitivity we have to deal with them.
Yeah, you guys very, very freely threw that P word around.
I think they're triggered.
And the M word like nothing.
Well,
triggered.
So I mean, they weren't really felted.
These were more like automatons, though.
Yeah, but still, the words.
They're robots.
Stepford wives, almost.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't write it. Who chose this? It was in the title.
You could have bleeped. You could have censored yourself. That's all I'm saying.
We should be nice. We're kind of like meatbag splaining.
Are you telling me that marionette is offensive?
No, that's just French.
Yeah, how's it going?
That's just French.
I mean, tomato.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, super fun.
Next week, and we're probably gonna do more, right? More radio time plays because we have.
These are great.
These are fun.
These are way fun.
Oh yeah.
I never
like them a lot.
understand the language.
And so one thing that we found in our research. So we've been trying to look for public domain stuff, which is hard to find good stuff. But we did find out, at least according to my research, that radio plays were not protected by copyright until 1972. So anything before that is pretty much public domain play. And even the things that are kind of wishy-washy, there you can just kind of use them because nobody really cares, and there hasn't been a law case against it. Nobody's bothered to try to do some legal stuff against it. So everybody's like, man, it's kind of sort of a forgotten thing. So I mean, no one cares.
Could we argue that it's fair use too? Because of we're parodying it.
And that also might cover us too. But even then, there's been no cases to back it up. There's no precedent legally. So it literally somebody came to try to sue us for it. It would be a whole brand new case in copyright law.
It's like true. Until now, and they were
until now. Yeah.
Just imagine you guys having to go on stand though. And
right. Well, you see, officer,
bring it on, bring it on.
Oh my gosh, that would be.
I feel like we should do 12 Angry Men or something.
Yes, we should do that, or we should actually just do a mock trial.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Even bad press is good press.
The judge is like, why is all this pipe and drape in my courtroom? What's going on here? I gotta worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
Oh, so
we'll
good.
be back next week, same time, 7:30. If you guys are new to our channel, make sure you guys follow the Discord or join the Discord and check us out. We'll be back first. Probably we'll post schedule on Sunday morning for our new stream for the week. It's very much the similar schedule as you guys have seen.
That's similar.
Starting Sunday with Tabletop or 2 with Danny and Val at 6:30.
Okay.
Yay. Well, thank y'all for coming.
Well, we're gonna go rate our friends, Catherine Lynn.
Yay!
Stay cool, cats and kittens.
Catherine.
He is looking at you.
All
Yeah,
right.
say hi to them. They're cool. Hang out.
All right. Cool.
Hey, everybody. We're so happy to see you. Good night.